Hello class. As you know, we have just finished reading Hatchet by Gary Paulson. In a short while, you guys are going to do a sequencing of events assignment, where you'll tell me which events happened first, second, third, and so on throughout the story. But before we do that, we're going to do a few practice assignments so that you guys can get the hang of it. The first one that I chose is a very short story about a boy named Cameron who is a relay machine. He's a swimmer. So I'm going to read it to you right now and show you how to order the events that are listed below in the order in which they occurred. Cameron, the relay machine. Cameron was a star swimmer at Eldred Middle School. He had been swimming competitively since he was 5 years old. He was to swim in 3 events and 1 relay at the meet on Tuesday. As always, Cameron had his signature bowl of spaghetti and meatballs before preparing for the meet. He also always has a Rice Krispies bar immediately following his warm-up routine. When he prepares for a meet, the first thing that he does is stretch his muscles and warm up by running in place, immediately after stretching. Then he does 10 push-ups, followed by a run up and down the middle school bleachers. Cameron swam well. He placed first twice and got a 3rd place in the 500-meter butterfly stroke. He truly dominated the relay, getting his team a 2-lap lead by the time he got out of the water. That sounds fantastic, doesn't it? Now we are going to read the events that are listed below and decide what happened first, second, third, and so on. The first one says, Cameron ate a Rice Krispies bar. Now, what I would do is I would underline exactly where in the story that occurs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle any words that might tell me when exactly that happened. Now it says, he always has a Rice Krispie bar immediately following his warm-up routine. So I'm going to circle immediately following because those are key words. The next one says, Cameron ran up and down the bleachers. So as you can see, I underline ran up and down the bleachers. He did push-ups. I also have underlined he did push-ups. Cameron won his first swimming event. That is way down here. I haven't underlined it yet, but I'm going to underline it now. He placed first twice. Cameron ate spaghettis and meatballs. That's way up here at the top of the second paragraph. And as you can see, it is underlined. Now that one has some keywords too. It says before preparing for the meet. So I'm going to circle the word before so that we clearly can see that he did that before he did his warm-up routine. And he stretched his muscles. That sounds like it was part of the warm-up routine. So let's take a look at our sequence of events. The first thing that happened, according to the way the story reads, is he ate spaghetti and meatballs. And it does say that he did that before he did his warm-up routine. So I know that spaghetti and meatballs is the very first thing that happened. Now the second thing that happened, if I keep reading, the second thing I underlined is ate Rice Krispie bar. However, there are key words with that sentence, and they say immediately following his warm-up routine. So that can't be second. We've got to take a look and go to the next thing. So during his warm-up routine, which is this whole paragraph, the first thing he did was stretch his muscles. And stretch his muscles is right down here. So we know that that's the second thing that he did. Okay, the third thing that he did, it says, if you keep reading, that he did 10 push-ups. The only word in this sentence that would tell me when that happened would be followed by. So that means he did this before he did this. So the 10 push-ups is going to be our next thing, and that is number 3. So the last thing in that warm-up paragraph is a run up and down the bleachers, and that is right here. So that's going to be our number 4. Now it does say that he did something immediately following his whole workout routine. He ate a Rice Krispie bar. So we are going to make that number 5. And the very last thing that happened is right down here. Cameron did well at the meet, and he placed first twice. So he won his first race as the last thing that they gave us to choose from. Now the next one that we're going to do together. So if you know the answer, boys and girls, I want you to raise your hand and tell me what comes next.